I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm like really off. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting over. Yep. What was my second tip?
Guest list and
Oh yeah. Okay, so we had this idea that we are going to do 2-minute 2-tip Tuesdays. We need to work on that. But basically what we're going to try to do is give you tips because we are event planners. I'm an event planner. We also do the rentals, the coordinating, all of that. We have a lot of knowledge about events and weddings, so I'm going to start off doing those. As we dive deeper into real estate, we might start throwing in tips about real estate, and then some things might just hit us and we think they're good ideas and we might start to do that. So these videos are gonna be longer than 2 minutes, I'm sure. We're gonna keep them as close to it as we can. But here is our timer, our 2-minute timer, and so I'm going to start it and then it'll sound an alarm when it's over so that I know. Also, I would like to say please comment on these videos and tell us what you want to hear, what you want me to talk about, any questions that you have. I'm just going to do 2 tips a video and we're going to try to post them every Tuesday and we'll go from there, and you're going to see some of our puppies running around. So anyways, all right, so here we go. I'm starting the timer right now. So today I was talking to one of my brides, shout out to Kenzie Camp or K Camp Fit. Her wedding is this September, this fall, and we were talking about favors. And so I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts, my opinions, my tips on favors. So I know that a lot of people want to give people favors. They feel like you've come to us, that's our thank you to you for doing that. And that's great, especially if you have a really, really high budget and you have something really, really cool in mind. So kind of my opinions are, if you have the budget for it and you have something very special or significant in mind, go for it. I've had people do local honey. I've had people do handmade candles. I've had people do all sorts of different things like that. Dipped caramel apples to fit the fall theme, different things like that. I've had people do all of that. I think that's great, but if you're on a budget or if you just don't have anything that really makes sense to you, then let's just not do that. You're possibly giving them alcohol, you are feeding them a meal probably, you're giving them cake. They're there to celebrate you. They're probably not gonna be worried about taking home a candle or honey unless it just means something really, really important to you. Something else that I was talking to Kenzie about earlier was if you have a lot of out-of-town guests, then it's a great idea to give those guests something in their hotel room when they check in, whatever it is. Maybe something native to your state, like I was talking to Kenzie, like give them something about Kentucky, something that's special about that. I think it's also really special if you want to honor your out-of-town guest or thank your out-of-town guests for being there. Put something specific in there for your state, for your county, for your city, whatever it is, you know. Oh, my 2 minutes is already up, y'all. But we are we're in Kentucky, so like the Kentucky Derby is a big thing. I've had people do personalized cookies, stuff like that. So my point is, don't feel like you have to give people favors. You're already doing them a favor by throwing them a party to come to. They're there to celebrate you. They're not gonna be upset with you if they don't get to take something home. So if you want to, that's great. I'm not saying anything bad about giving them favors, but lots of times, lots of those get left. If you're giving something in mass, maybe don't get as many guests as you're getting, because some people will forget to take them home. They'll only take one per family, anything like that. So especially if you're on a budget, don't feel like you have to give people favors. You're doing enough by just inviting them and having them there. So my second tip is if you are doing assigned seats, which where we are, a lot of people aren't doing assigned seats. It's a lot of trouble, and I know, but a lot of people do want to do that. A lot of people want to sit people where they want to sit them. And so if you're doing that, totally okay. There's a lot of different organized, unique ways to do that. But my biggest thing with that is if you are going to have assigned seats, have an extra table or 2 for those people that you may or may not have put on the list. Sometimes that has happened to us. People have given assigned seats or assigned tables to people, and then somebody will show up that you didn't expect, or you got their RSVP or didn't get their RSVP in the mail, whatever it is, and you don't have a table for them. So sometimes it's best to have an extra table or two for those people. Maybe somebody has a rowdy kid and they don't want to have to sit right there where everybody else is or something like that. It's just, I've run into that problem a few times where your name's not on the list, I don't know where to sit you, I'm sorry, hold on one second. And you don't want to put anybody in that position. If they're there for you, and you really want to have a place for them. So if their name's not on the list, your coordinator, whoever's doing your assigned seating, telling people where to go, you know, or assign, the note can say, you know, if you don't see your name on here, please feel free to sit at table number 25 or whatever it is. So anyways, those are my 2 tips for the day. Like I said, please leave comments and ask questions and give your opinions and all of that. Please be nice. And then also, fun fact, since we are doing 2-Minute 2-Tip Tuesday, we also got tents. And so we're really excited about that. And so if you have any questions about our tents or anything, go look at our Facebook page. We just posted about those. So anyways, thanks y'all. Have a good Tuesday. Bye.
Yeah, and so I guess to follow up, my 2 tips would be, if you're a caterer, to make sure that you bring extra food for me to eat, and also for, I don't know, and for my second tip, I say we start a movement to where weddings start at 4 p.m. so that I'm not out at 2 a.m. I don't know if that's too much to ask or not. So anyways, have a good day.